Ow! Just hit my foot really, really hard. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I asked you guys on Instagram if you wanted me to do just a sit down Q&A or if you wanted me to actually do my makeup in front of you guys, showing you the products that I use while answering questions that you sent me as well. And you guys decided you wanted to know what I put on my face, so let's get into the video. So to start off, I'm using the Photo Loving Primer by NYX. I've been hearing a lot of people say that primer is actually a massive scam and that it doesn't make any difference, and honestly, if that's true, I'll be so annoyed because I've dropped like 20 pounds on a primer before, and finding out that that's not even real, like the benefits aren't real, oh, I'll be so angry. So I'm just gonna... Fun story, I was actually chopping chilies before making this video, and I've just rubbed chili hands into my eyes, so don't do that, kids. My favourite foundation at the moment is actually the Maybelline Superstay 24 Hour Full Coverage Foundation. It's my favourite drugstore foundation for sure. But you guys have been asking what other foundations I've been using. So if I want to be bougie, I use the Double Wear Estee Lauder foundation. But if I'm going to an event or something, I'll use the Marc Jacobs Remarkable foundation. And oh my god, like, I don't know what I did to deserve this foundation, but it's the best thing I've ever used on my skin. Like, the darkness or any hyperpigmentation, it covers it up. It's like a foundation mixed in with a concealer as well. Like, sometimes I look at myself and be like, I could almost pass as having had a good night's sleep with this foundation because it covers up my dark circles so good, and I end up not having to use that much concealer under my eyes. If you have problem skin or just like a really matte, really well covered face, I would recommend this. Or what I also like to use nowadays is the Revolution foundation stick. So these are like my holy grail foundation products at the moment, and as you can see, they're all really fucking disgusting because I can't take care of things that I love, just like my relationships. But enough about me and how lonely I am. Let's get into the first question. Niha.hk asks, are you crushing on anyone right now? And if so, describe him. There has been this person. She does YouTube, mainly does story times and other bits and pieces. Doesn't really know what she's doing with her channel. Sometimes on the off occasion she's funny. It's me. I'm my own Woman Crush Wednesday. I don't know, lately I've just been kind of into the whole self-love thing, and if you can't love yourself, how can you love someone else vibe. So no, like, I'm my own crush for the moment. I'm taking care of myself and my own happiness. What are you studying at uni? I'm going into my last year of uni in September, and I'm studying German and international relations. And international relations basically is just another word for like international politics. So German and politics, but the international kind. So my friend Asia Bakari asked, what's your favourite thing about Bermuda? I love how clear the water is in Bermuda, just because I'm terrified of fish and sharks. Like, I legit have like 3 shark tracker apps on my phone because I'm terrified. Like, I don't want to get eaten. So yeah, I like being able to see into the water that I'm stepping in. So next I'm using the Prolong Wear concealer in NC25, and this is a very controversial product on my channel, just because I'd say almost every single day I get a comment about how certain people think that my concealer doesn't match me, is too light for me. So basically I made a story time about this. I went into a MAC store. The girl refused to sell me this because at the time I was a little bit tan and it was a little bit too light for me then, and she basically said no. I reported her to the manager, and if you scroll down in the comments, people are just like, yeah, but she was right. Like, why are you buying it if it's too light for you? I made that story time last year this is still the same bottle. It's lasted me till now. And I said in the video, I don't want to buy a product that's not going to fit me in a couple weeks time when I lighten up. So next I'm doing brows, and I'm using the Makeup Revolution brow pomade in, it doesn't say the colour. So I'm just using this on the ends of my eyebrows, which in a way I feel like gives me like a 3D look to my eyebrows. I don't know if that makes sense or anything, but yeah. Beatrice BD asks, top tip for choosing a university. Top tip I would say is definitely go to the university and have a look, see if you like the vibe, like the actual vibe of the campus. When I went to visit my uni, it looked completely different to what I was imagining from the pictures. What is there to do? What's surrounding the uni? Because you won't be staying at uni on campus for the whole time, you know? So take Royal Holloway, for example. They're in the middle of nowhere. If you really like the enclosed bubble type of thing, then that kind of university is the best fit for you. So it just depends on you. Next, I'm using 2 brow powders by Wet n Wild. Alice wants to know, what inspired you to create a YouTube channel? I've always wanted to create a YouTube channel. When I got to uni, I really didn't have that many friends, so I thought, I've got time, I've got nothing to do, so I whipped out my phone, filmed a video with my phone. It was actually a makeup tutorial. It was really fun doing it, like it was just something for me to do basically. Sorry, so my camera just completely shit itself and it overheated and shut off. But before I realized the camera was off, I concealed my eyebrows, which honestly makes such a difference. It just makes them so much sharper and defined, and just... So I get so many questions on my highlight. If you've noticed, I haven't set my face with any powders or anything like that because of my highlight. I use the Revolution liquid highlighter drops. They say not to use it on top of powder just because it kind of ends up looking weird and patchy and stuff like that. So you can put powder on top but not under it. The shade Liquid Champagne, like a little drop goes such a long way. Honestly, when I wear this, all I want to do is like talk to people with the side of my face and be like, so yeah, how are you today? Look at my highlight. So I'm just gonna put a little bit on the bridge of my nose and at the tip. Whenever I look back at my videos as I'm editing, I always think to myself, what's more obnoxious, my personality or my nose highlight? So now I'm using the Bare Minerals Mineral Veil Loose Powder. Next question. Advice for if you think there's something wrong with your mental health, and if added, please blur out my name. So the way I see it is, say for example, you fall over onto your arm and you look at your arm and you're like, fuck, there's a bone sticking out of my arm, you know? Do you then go, oh, it looks bad, but I'll just sleep it off. I'll see how I feel in the morning? Or do you go straight to the hospital and say, guys, there's a fucking bone sticking out of my arm? If it seems like I've moved seats or things a little bit different, it's because it is. My camera shut off again. So, but what I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted was, I think it's important to treat mental illness the same way you treat physical illnesses. And I'll be using, God, how am I gonna show this? So I'll be using this in the crease, this for the lid. LivNicole.x asks, what's the best or funniest pie experience you've had? Also do a mini story time. Okay, so this happened in my first year, literally in my first week at university. And I was having a thing with one of my like hall's supervisors, I guess. He was in the year above me and he was basically in charge of making sure all the freshers, the first years, were having a good time and knew what they were doing and where they were going and stuff for nights out. So we were having a thing. I made a story time about him I'll link that up here somewhere. Him and his housemates were having a party, and I was really excited because, you know, me being a first year and being invited to a second year party, that was a big deal for me. So I remember thinking like, oh my god, like this is so cool. Like I've only been here for like a week and a half and I'm already invited to an older person's party. I made the mistake of playing Ring of Fire at pre-drinks, and I wasn't okay. And I got to the party, I sat down, and you know that feeling that you get when you're just like, fuck, like I'm not okay, I need to go find a bed. I think it's so embarrassing going to bed at 11 o'clock at a party, like not even going home, but I couldn't even make it home. I was so drunk. I was literally just like, I need to lay down. So it was 11 and I went to sleep, and everyone was asking, like all his friends were asking about me, and he was literally just like, she's in bed. I wake up like 5 minutes later after getting into the bed, and at this point Annie had gone to sleep, and autopilot Annie has taken charge. And basically I get up and I'm just like, I need to be sick, not right now but soon. And so I get up, I walk upstairs because that's where the toilet is, like the party is in full swing, and there's a fucking line for the toilet because other people are being sick. So there's a line to be sick. So I wait, and finally it's my turn. And I was actually in line with one of the girls who was like meant to be in charge of my halls. So she got into the toilet with me, locked the door. I get on my knees and, you know, pull my hair back and put my head over the toilet. And I guess I must have like gotten stage fright or something, because at this point I can't puke. So I hate being in that situation where you know you'll feel better when you'll puke, but at the same time you don't want to puke, and I can't make myself puke for the life of me. I just can't. So I'm thinking of things to make me puke, like past guys I fancied. And so then obviously the girl is sat there with me waiting her turn. She just needed to go to the toilet. But she goes, oh, like, do you want me to make you sick? And in my drunken mind, I thought, oh, she'll like shout gross things at me to try and make me feel sick, because that's what I do. That's what I do to people if I want to make them sick. Next thing I know, like bless her heart for this, I was literally just like, this has bonded us for life. But next thing I know, she has her whole hand down my mouth, in my throat, pulls it out, and that's when it was, yeah. So yeah, that's when I was supposed to meet the guy who I was seeing friends for the first time, and they all heard me puke. Alicia Aisha asked, what is your favourite song at the moment? Lately, I've kind of been getting back into songs I used to listen to when I was younger, and I've come to realise that a lot of the songs I like used to jam to when I was like 5 have really gross meanings, and like are just really inappropriate for a kid my age to be listening to. So like yesterday I was listening to the Pussycat Dolls, and let me read you the lyrics to this song called Beep. And this song was released in 2005. So I was literally just like 9 years old being like, hey, yeah, like this is my song. It's funny how a man only thinks about the beep. Got a real big heart, but I'm looking at your beep. Got real big brains, but I'm looking at your beep. I don't give a keep looking at my, cause I don't mean a thing when you're only looking at my hat. I'm gonna do my thing while you're playing with your. So the next question is, do you have a type of guy? Like, what's your ideal type of guy? Can't you tell? Obviously I'm into guys who don't like me back and don't treat me very well. But yeah, I don't really have a type looks wise, just personality wise. I like someone who's got the same type of humour as me, I think. Doesn't take life too seriously, but is passionate about the stuff they want to do in their life. So Abby Burning asked, I'm really curious about how often you spoke creation as a kid compared to now? Also, how many other languages do you know or want to learn? I only speak Croatian with my mum. I have done all my life, so if I started speaking English or any other language to her, it would just be really unnatural and weird, I think. But other languages I speak, English obviously, German, Croatian, yeah, 3. Well, it depends. Swiss German is an unofficial language, so officially I speak 3 languages, unofficially 4 technically, so I don't know. Depends how you look at it. So I've just turned the light on and I don't know if that was a good idea. Like, the lighting has changed, so I'm sorry, but daylight is going and was this a good idea? I don't know. Like, throughout this video you'll see how progressively darker and darker my room gets because it's sundown at the moment and I started filming at like 2 and then my camera shut off, so now the lighting's different, so I don't know if I should keep the light on or not. Hey girl, who do you want to win the World Cup? That's such a difficult question because obviously everyone supports the country where they're from. I'm very international, so I honestly don't know who to support. I'm from Switzerland, so should I support Switzerland? But then I'm part Croatian, so should I support Croatia? I'm also Nigerian, so do I support Nigeria or do I support... what else am I? Do I support India or who? I don't know. So Sulima? I'm sorry. I'm butchering people's names. But she wanted to know, do people treat you different once you started your YouTube? And how old are you? So I'm 21. And have people been treating me different? I don't think I'm big enough for me to be treated differently, but I have definitely received a couple messages of people that I used to go to school with being like, oh my god, I can't believe you do YouTube. I've been meaning to do YouTube for a while, we should collab, blah blah blah. And I'm just like, you used to bully me really bad, like what? So if anything, people have been nicer to me because 1, they want to get on my channel, and 2, they're scared I'll make a story time about them. So while those dry on my eyelids, next question. MJ asked, do you eat your spaghetti with a fork and a spoon or how? I don't trust people who eat spaghetti with a fork and spoon. Like, I don't know who you're trying to kid, but I just use a fork and just twirl it around until it's like a massive thing and shove it in. So next I'm gonna contour, and I'm actually gonna use the Revolution Makeup foundation stick as my contour. How do you feel about all the subscribers and views you've been getting lately? Honestly, I still am kind of expecting it to all go away. Like, it hasn't really sunk in, even though, you know, I've been steadily growing for a couple of weeks now. I just don't understand. I'm just grateful that's happening. So I either use the Matte Me Up liquid lipstick by GRWM or Velvet Teddy by MAC. So yeah. So today I'm using the GRWM one. I'm using the NYX lingerie lip thing and just putting that in the middle. This is it. Thank you for watching, and thank you to everyone who sent me in questions. I'm sorry if I've not used your question. I honestly didn't think I would get that many questions. I ended up getting over 100 questions, so thank you so much for sending those in, even if you didn't get mentioned today. If you want me to do another Q&A like this, I definitely will. Or if you want me to do any type of video, just let me know down below. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next week. Also, oh my god, I just forgot. So today's top comments, Jesus, completely forgot. So these are today's top comments. Thank you very much for commenting. What it basically means is if you leave a comment and I like it, then I'll feature you in my next video. So if you want to be in my next video, just comment something down below. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, all that jazz. If you want to talk to me on Instagram or Twitter, I'll link everything down below, and I'll see you next week.